Hi everyone, it's Kathy McElfresh, otherwise known as Scrappy Kathy. And today I'm doing off the board with pineapple papers, and this is the lift. This also happens to be the challenge chosen for this week's challenge accepted. My lovely cohort Shannon Allor had one of her subbies send her this page, and it's just gorgeous. I love it. The subject is cute, and I just am crazy about that background and the fact that it has the black stitching. The bright colors are stitched in black on a black and white background, and I don't know if that's a real printed background or if it's white paper, and the little squares have been added to be like sprocket holes for a film feeder. Yeah, probably giving away my age that I even know what that is. But anyway, it's really, really cute. I'm also doing LOAD today. Today's LOAD prompt is about the color yellow. For the mini LOAD this month, this week, actually, it's a 7-day long short LOAD. We're scrapping the rainbow. And so today's color is yellow, and it's about sunshine and happiness and so forth. So I'm doing a page about Reese, and I've used my brand new, just came in the mail yesterday, dies, just the cutest dies. These three things were cut with the dies from Bramble Fox, and I'm using some Bramble Fox perspectives as well, so we'll see where those go. I've built my photo cluster, including the foam on the back, with a yellow sunshine, which was one of the prompts from LOAD, and I've got this little frame around Reese's cute little face. And I was passing by my scrap pile, and I saw this panda bear paper, and I thought, okay, I'm going with a black and white and yellow or colors theme, so that would be cute. So I fussy cut him out of this Bella Boulevard paper. It's just the cutest. And then I used the little banner and the ticket from the Bramble Fox dies. So that's my photo cluster. As you can see, there are two in the example, and I'm just going to use one. I want the only other colors. Well, the background's going to be a rainbow, but the photo cluster and all of the embellishments are going to be black and white, aside from these yellow die cuts. So hopefully that's good. And I've got these black and white. They're on watercolor paper. They're meant to be colored in, but I like using them in black and white. So we'll see which of these stickers is appropriate after I've gotten this done. So I'm going to start by building the background. And just to let you know, I've selected a black and white frame for my page, and I think I'm going to set, because it's this beautiful pattern, I think I'm going to set the paper at an angle like this. I've cut the white at 11 by 11 so that it could have a lot of the frame showing, and I'm thinking I'm going to set it kind of wonky so that you can see some of the hole. I'm not cutting those off, and it kind of bothers me, my sensibilities, if I do this and the pieces that show up here on the horizontal are different from the pieces that show on the vertical. So doing it wonky kind of suits me. So I'm going to put that aside. I have my Tim Holtz brushes, and I'm going to do what I plan to do. See, the widest part here where the photos sit is kind of the blue and green part. And I'm going to make mine yellow. So I'm going to do a wide part with Distress Oxide, Squeezed Lemonade, and Mustard Seed. Let me put the photo cluster there, and I'll pull my, let's see, which one of these is the yellow? Here we go. Okay, I'll just lay those out. And this one's already been used for yellow, and I've marked it with a permanent marker so that I know which one. I'm going to just kind of brush it on. The squeezed lemonade doesn't transfer a whole lot. I kind of want that in the middle, and I'm going to blend into the adjacent colors. So that's the light part. Let me do some mustard seed to kind of fill that out. I don't want to go over the lighter parts because I want to have the depth that's in both of those. And I'm going to kind of brush these on and kind of like I said, blend in with the other colors so that it doesn't look really so there are no lines, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'll go back over with the yellow color. This is kind of like blending Copic markers, for those of you who've done that. You do the lighter color and then you kind of blend in the darker, and then you take the lighter and go over it all, and it blends that darker color into the lighter surroundings. So I'm beginning to get happy with that. I'm gonna cover these up and put them aside with their yellow marker there. Let's see if I can get that. Then I'm going to go with green and blue on the top and pink and orange on the bottom. So I'll take this green. I've chosen this cracked pistachio, which isn't a yellowish green. So I may, when I add this in, well actually I guess I'm going with green on the bottom, or I could turn the page upside down. Got some, so I'm going to blend it down into the yellow to get some kind of lime green going in some of those yellow spots, and I can go back over it with some yellow to kind of emphasize that. It's not blending in really well, I think, because my cracked pistachio must be a little bit dry, and that's odd because I don't use it that much. Let me do some softer brushing across. I'm getting some unblended parts, and I can, while it's newly applied, I can get some finger blending in there. But I kind of like the way it looks. Let me switch off the green, get that covered up, and get the applicator near it. Let me get that there. Let me go with a blue. That's this one. This is feeling dry too. That's a little bit of a problem with the Distress oxides. This one's on an end, so I really want to be sure that I get it fully blended in there. And when I blend it into the pistachio, it's going to create something of an aqua color, and that's the beauty of doing anything in rainbow colors, each color is close enough to the other on the color wheel, which was actually developed from the rainbow, that it blends together kind of seamlessly. Okay, I'm liking how that looks. So let's go with the orange next. I probably won't use the blue again. Well, actually there's a spot up here that appears not to be fully covered. Okay, and put that there. Let's go with orange. Where is the orange? Is this the orange? Yes. Okay, we'll go with the spiced marmalade. The blue was tumbled glass. Probably my most used blue. And spiced marmalade, I need to remind myself, is enough of, it's so close to yellow when applied this way. When stamping, it's a nice orange, and you can kind of get it if you apply it differently, and adding a water element to it also kind of. I'm gonna go in circles here. This is another one that seems to be drying up, and I'm getting it in kind of splotches, which in the grand scheme of things is not bad, but it's not necessarily what I was going for. Here's my pink brush. This worn lipstick is my single most used color, and it's the only one that I actually bought a re-inker for. And I bought the re-inker to color some beige ribbon to match a project when I was at a ScrapHappy reunion in the Denver area a couple years back. And I've used the re-inker a couple times. I think it may be due for another re-inking now. And I am going to try, this is thin cardstock. It is not watercolor paper, it's not mixed media paper, and my application here is kind of dry. So let's see, do I want blue on top? Yeah, I kind of like the blue on the top. I'm gonna go back, and what I was gonna do maybe was try a little bit of water activation. Just maybe a spray that's not quite directly on the paper. And then I'm going to use my, that shouldn't transfer. Use my paper towel to kind of roll it out. It did leave some little spots. We'll see how that dries. Now I'm going to go back with my yellow and try to even it out a bit. That's actually the part that's going to be covered the most because that's where my photo cluster is going. Now those big spots on the paper, and I'm using the lighter color now, the Squeezed Lemonade. I may take a slight dusting of the darker color and kind of go through that way. And I'll blend that yellow into the orange and up into the green. Okay, I'm going to call the background done. That's one of the quicker full page backgrounds I've ever done. And I want to get it mounted onto the background here. As you can see, I'm still working with my B-list tape runners. These are ones I owned before I discovered the my regular tape gun that ran out of adhesive. Okay, so let's go with this. Anyway, I subscribe to the refills. I don't want this to tape down until I'm sure I have the spacing right. This and if I were a more precise individual, I might have measured this dry before I had any adhesive on, and then marked where I need to put the top corner in and the other corner. So that might be what I recommend. Okay, so we're going to put this right in here, and then I'm going to put some tape on, but I'm also going to put a dot or two of adhesive, because it's not wet exactly, but it's not completely dry, and things stick better. She's got one photo straight on, the other photo at an angle. I'm gonna maybe put this one at a little bit of an angle because I've got everything angled. I have the paper layers. Those are just black and white paper scraps. I can't tell you what collections. I do know that the black and white diagonal stripe is Bella Boulevard. That's my standard go-to Bella Boulevard photo. She's got a little bit of gold splattering. I thought I might do some of that. And now I'm going to do the layering, or the title. And my title is, the story is about how Reese doesn't wear a mask or social distance, and she's happy as a clam. And she's recently been judged to be well enough trained to be loose in the house all the time. So she, if it's an Ava week, she sleeps in Ava's room. If Ava's not here, she alternates between Katie's and Barrett's and James. And James won't admit that. but she's loose at how we have her down to visit here occasionally, and she goes straight for Grandpa, and she loves to be in his lap, but she doesn't stay in anyone's lap for very long. So let's see. The title is you know, like I said, what pandemic, and we'll see. I think I have all the letters, and it would have been good to really check that and be sure. And I'm going to do these letters. I like to do wonky and overlapped. And then I'll figure out what other embellishments are needed after we've done this. I think I had to alter a letter. Yes, I altered a G to become a C. And I have a question mark, I think. Okay. So I'll add the journaling later, and it's probably going to be around the border, and it'll stand in for this lovely black stitching. So I thought about just running this black and white twine in a line around, and I may do that, but I'll do that off camera if I decide to do it. Okay, so I've got this sticker that is a couple of couple of black and white half circles, and I like doing half circles. And these are already pre-halved for me. Okay, and I've got this label here, and I can write the date on that. I like this little circle that says happy. There was one that I thought was really cute. Well, just happiness, maybe. Oh, I like the true story, actually. And that will maybe go right there, and I'm going to put it up on a tiny bit of foam to lift it. And then I'll start working on these. Oh, there's these black and white stickers are Vicky Bouton's, and I usually color them in, but for this page I didn't want to do that. And I normally raise those up, and I'm surprised I didn't this time. I kind of wish I had, but what that means is by putting those flat, it's going to make the things I do raise stand out a little more, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. That shows quite well as it is. But anything that I do raise from here, I like this hello. I'm going to raise it up so that it's kind of overlapping that. I really don't want to put too much on here. Put that there. Okay, so that's raised. You can see how well that stands out because it's so much higher than the label below it. It's just a great trick. Okay, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna see where to put this. I like it. I like it with some of the green and some of the blue behind it, and so that it's not just yellow, yellow above and yellow below. Okay, we'll do this. There. And I'm making things, most of the like the title elements and so forth, parallel with the black paper, not the so it's not like I did the layout and then laid it on its side. I've got this. Should I put it here? I'm thinking I want to do it there. But first, I may want to do this under the sunshine. Nope, I don't like that. But I like it, the idea of it somewhere. I'm gonna cut it in half. I'll save the other half for some other time. And I'll kind of slide it in to slightly show under there. So that's cute. There's a heart here with the little cross signs. I want it. I keep wanting to put something under that sunshine, but I think I like it where it is, so I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna add a couple little bugs, and I'm gonna put them on foam and raise them up, and we're nearing the end. I still haven't figured out where to put the parenthesis. I guess there's a singular of parenthesis. So I like the fact that, you know, like what pandemic, and I've got bugs. I'm not sure that makes any sense whatsoever, but it seems like a superbug. I think I heard someone call it a superbug, but you just never know what you're going to hear these days. There's some crazy stuff going on out there. I've got this little guy there, maybe here, maybe here. Nah, not crazy about it there. And here, there's an awful lot going on already, but I can kind of do it like that. Okay, and I think I'm gonna use a bigger bug over here. I'll put it on some foam as well. And then I'll use a kind of medium-sized bug. That's closed. And I'll have him facing down. And no wings to turn, so he's going to be kind of flat. Maybe have him coming down from there. Maybe I can turn the wings in a bit. Okay, I might have some other black elements to add in there, but I think I'm going to keep it simple. I like this word love, but it doesn't really fit in there. It would kind of get in the way of the title, the fact that the title, and I'm basing this on Awesome Unicorn Hair in 5 Hours. The title is kind of up in this corner and then down in this corner. And because I only have one photo, mine's not as obvious as maybe it could be, but, and I'm not sure where this ellipse goes. I want to use it because it's just such a pretty shiny black, and I want it on here. So that's what I'll use to kind of bring your attention to the sun. Okay, I'm done. Off camera, I will do the journaling around the edge, and that's where I'll tell the story of how Reese doesn't wear a mask and doesn't know anything about social distancing. I've got some yellow Nouveau crystal drops. I thought I might add in on top of some of the black and white elements. Right there. Just a tiny accent, nothing overdone. So I'm gonna call it quits, and I'll go, it's taking, I don't know about you and your internet service, but my internet service it's taking me about 5 or 6 hours to upload videos to YouTube. So I started early this morning, and hopefully it'll get up there in time. It seems to get worse every day. So have a great time. Again, this is for today's challenge accepted, which we do, Shannon Allor and I do every Thursday. It's for day 3 of load. It's gone, we've scrapped red, orange, and today is yellow. And so yellow is kind of my main color here, and it was to scrap something happy. And certainly Reese, being totally ignorant of the craziness in the world surrounding the pandemic, it's happy for her, and she makes us happy. And then it's also, and I've lifted a pin from Pinterest that Shannon and I chose for today's challenge accepted, and that's my off the board pin. So there's the original, and there's mine. So hopefully you've enjoyed the process. I can't say enough about how much I love these Tim Holtz brushes with my Distress Oxide inks. I know there are softer brushes, and I have actually tried makeup brushes for mine, and as heavy a hand as I have, I can't get enough color transfer with those really soft brushes. Bring it up close so maybe you can see the gold splatters and some of the water reactivity that's gone on there. I like how it looks. So, and I'm using those amazing dyes from Bramble Fox and these 2 perspectives. So thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.